was 11:23 a.m. local time when Mountain Etna erupted with extraordinary force. Tourists ran away from the volcano to save their lives, and scientists were scared of its eruption because they noticed Mount Etna was spewing out something strange. Initially, it was just a huge plume of gas, so a few tourists were enjoying this view, even taking pictures. But then, as if Earth became angry, Mount Etna's plume of smoke and ash turned sinister. It spewed out strange rocks and substances in the form of red, hot, and destructive lava. Emergency teams and scientists rushed to it and collected some samples. Geologists and volcanists were quite excited about a discovery, but what they found scared them. They are unable to sleep after seeing what Mount Etna spewed. The European Space Agency 5P satellite started working immediately, assessing the ash smoke of the mountain. In it, they found something unusual. Sulfur dioxide emission was 40% higher than any of Mount Etna's past eruptions. Immediately after the smoke, a glowing material simmered among the lava. Through satellite, scientists observed that streaks of material glowed with an intensity unlike typical volcanic eruptions. When the conditions became favorable, scientists rushed toward the area. They analyzed their samples in the laboratory and shockingly found traces of iridium and palladium in them. This was unusual because these metals are present in only two places, either in meteorites or in the deepest parts of the planet that scientists can't access. The shock of scientists soon turned into fear when that mysterious substance remained in its original position under a specific temperature. A heat resistance test revealed that this volcanic material isn't going to solidify at a specific temperature. It will keep flowing with its normal speed no matter what the temperature is. Moreover, there was an unusual ratio of gamma rays in the substance too. This composition was way different from any known basaltic or andesitic classification. Initially, scientists thought their reports were wrong, but when 3 individual laboratories gave the same results, they were scared. Why are they worried? Because Earth is reacting the same way it reacted in 1815. Plates under Mount Tambora shifted and new passages were created. Mountains got access to something deeper, and the new material's intensity trapped gases and ash in the lava. When gases didn't find any way to come out of lava, it turned the red molten material thick and unforgiving. This thick material burst out of the mountain in the form of a deadly pyroclastic flow. This flow continued for 4 months, spewing out harmful gases and ash. It became so dangerous that 1816 is considered a year without summer. Mount Etna is reacting in the same way. In this eruption, the violent pyroclastic flow raced at 140 kilometers per hour and scorched land that was already barren. The unique material makes the flow thick and deadly. But fortunately, the lava didn't flow toward the airport or any city area. It remained in the barren land and stopped there. Scientists took a sigh of relief, but deep down they knew this pyroclastic flow could escalate and become deadly in the future. If the material in it is still in its normal form under the specific temperature, it means that scientists don't know how to stop this pyroclastic flow of lava. It is scary, because if there is nothing to stop it, this lava could be deadly for the people of Italy. With this, geologists have another fear too. Etna's structure has been showing signs of instability for the last few years. In 2025, it spewed almost 14 times. It never erupted this much in 1 year. Satellites have also detected the strange earth movements around Etna. These frequent earthquakes have most probably caused cracks in the deep surface of the mountain, causing instability in its structure. The mountain that has been standing for 500,000 years is changing, and it could cause unpredictable results. Mount Etna is an active volcanic mountain that has almost 1,000 degrees Celsius underneath the surface. So scientists couldn't dig into the area and check what was happening around the mountain. Even NASA's most expensive and modern sensors couldn't remain under the mountain for long. So we didn't know which gases and lava are mixing together to make new materials, and how they are going to impact our Earth. Some scientists here are hopeful. They believe that this is all natural, so some unusual tremors around Etna could not be that alarming. And the new mysterious material it spewed out could be beneficial for humanity. After all, scientists are still unable to complete the periodic table. So, this new material can be any new scientific discovery or any new material to benefit humanity. This theory is not hard to believe, because different mountains around the world spewed precious materials in their volcanoes. For example, Mount Erebus in Antarctica is known to spew out gold dust daily. So, maybe Mount Etna has given us something precious this time. But the others are seeing the darker side of it. This new material could be a signal of unusual mountain activity similar to the one that happened 7,200 years ago. To understand Etna's current situation, we have to see its past. Almost 7,200 years ago, people were living peacefully around the Mediterranean coast, not giving any importance to the silent Mount Etna. But beneath the mountain, the pressure was building. The mountain's chemistry was changing at that time, just like it is changing today. These changes led to a dramatic flank collapse in Mount Etna that sent an enormous portion of its eastern side crashing into the Ionian Sea. Geological evidence suggests that nearly 25 cubic kilometers of rock and debris slid off the mountain in a single, devastating moment. This collapse reshaped the volcano itself, forming the vast Valle del Bove. This large depression is still visible today, but destruction didn't stop here. This collapse triggered a giant tsunami that spread across the Mediterranean basin. The collapsed rocks of Etna displaced a massive volume of seawater, generating tsunami waves estimated to have reached heights of 40 meters or more near Sicily. These waves radiated outward at high speed, reaching the coasts of southern Italy, Greece, Libya, and the Levant. Some researchers believe the tsunami may have devastated Neolithic coastal settlements. They believe it because there is evidence of disrupted habitation layers found at archaeological sites along the Mediterranean coast of Israel and elsewhere. Now, scientists are scared of the same type of destruction. For years, they have known that Etna's southeastern flank is slowly sliding toward the sea. Modern satellite and GPS measurements show that this flank is slowly sliding at a rate of a few centimeters per year. This wasn't alarming for scientists. They were hopeful that the collapse would not be as deadly as it had been in the past. But now, the unusual activity of Etna is making them uncertain. It is telling them that nature is working in a unique and deadly manner. Some are even comparing this future disaster to the Pompeii volcano disaster, fearing another similar tragedy. Some have even started warning that people living around Mount Etna might have to leave the place soon. Scientists and satellites are now closely inspecting Mount Etna, telling the nearby residents that they will try to give them at least 2 months to leave their houses. Until now, there have been no further updates about this mountain. If there are any, we will share them with you. So subscribe to our channel for future videos.